If you saw my mind wander when you said diving board, because I realized at the age of 14 when I was getting to know my body a little bit better, and I think you know what I mean?
Yeah, roll tide.
Yeah, I used my penis as a diving board for my Action Jackson figure. Action Jackson was like a knockoff of G.I. Joe, you know? And so I was just laying there and just using...
And you'd launch him?
It'd launch him. He was doing flips. May have been the first moonsault
You may have created it.
Yeah, I may have created it.
Forget Muda.
Yeah, forget Muda. Yeah, and Muda may have created the moonsault through the same method. I don't know.
Yeah, so let's talk about your penis when you were 14 years old. Are you doing these diving board routines?
Just once.
You just did it one time?
Just one time, yeah.
But was it in a bathroom? Or are you just like in your bed learning?
I was in my bed getting to know myself a little better and spied Action Jackson. I got easily distracted. So there is a story in Have a Nice Day about getting to know my body a little bit better, listening to Barbara Mandrell sing If Loving You Is a Problem. I don't want to be right. She had that wholesome sexiness.
Yeah.
And then I spied my Coleco electronic football, which is like the state-of-the-art game. And so I opted away from the getting to know you process, started working on the Coleco, and my mom walked in on me naked playing electronic football. And
we've all been there.
We've all been there, right?
Yes.
So I was saying, now this is the tether, right? People don't tune in to hear me getting to know my body a little
bit.
Yes,
they do. Yes, they do. This is Mick Foley After Dark.
The tether is, the story I was telling in the book was about working with Sam Houston, which was going to be a big match for me because I'd heard that Watts's group with Bill Watts's Mid-South was pretty high on me as like a lower to middle card heel. They gave me Sam Houston to work with because Watts was expanding his reach because the oil business was down, so the traditional strong towns were really hurting. He had that great syndicated package, and they started trying to run shows in some of the places where the Mid-South show aired, and one of which was Johnstown, Pennsylvania. So I'm against Sam Houston. I can't talk to him. We're in different parts of the building. So here's a guy I've never met, can't talk to him. I asked Michael Hayes for advice, and he says, yeah, Sam likes to fight up from underneath. You know, maybe we grab a bear hug or something like that and let the fans get with him. So I called a bear hug. We were having a pretty good match for two guys who'd never met, and I'm an indie guy, a few years of experience. And I called bear hug, shoot him into the ropes for the bear hug. And as I'm shooting him in, he says, watch the elbow. So I've seen Sam a dozen times since then, and we always reminisce about it. And as he's going to the ropes, I'm thinking to myself, watch it do what? And he wanted me to duck it, you know, so I duck it, and then he comes off grabbing the bear hug. And instead, I sold a phantom bump. I sold a phantom elbow that had to have missed me by this much. And I just felt all the air in the room just deflate. And we tried to get him back, but by then it was too late. I was just forlorn. Oh, and it probably set my full-time wrestling career back a year. Yeah, because clearly, I needed some more seasoning. There you go.
Did, I hate to bring it back to this, but did Action Jackson see any other action?
He was sidelined after that.
Yeah.
That was a one-off.
Yeah,
it was a one-off. I don't feel comfortable.
Did you leave him on there just long enough to where you got uncomfortable, like Kurt Angle in the hug? Then it was time to dive off.
This was my first time experimenting with my own body. I didn't even know what the heck I was doing. Didn't understand this.
You're trying to figure out how things work.
Yeah, it was my first time.
Not to take matters into your own hands.
But not my last, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that East-Western was, that worst Eastern was
No, I'm too old for that stuff now, but